Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have the Book of Boba Fett Season 1, Episode 2. Very, very excited about this one. I'm very curious to go into this episode after the reception that I heard online and all the rumbles online that we heard after the first episode last week. To my surprise, this episode, the first episode that is, was very, very divisive, and I didn't feel that whenever I stepped out of watching this first episode. I thought it was really, really good. I thought the inclusion of the flashbacks through the Bacta tank, I think that was a great way to incorporate it into the story without actually having to go back in time via like actual flashbacks and then jumping back and forth. I think it is a good way to tie it into the story, and I get people weren't feeling that, and I respect it. I understand that it was a slower episode, but we got to remember it's the first episode. I don't think these flashbacks are going to exist this heavily throughout the entire series. I sure hope not. Obviously, if we get to episode 5 and these are still occurring and the story hasn't picked up yet, obviously there's something wrong. But I trust the visions over at Lucasfilm, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Robert Rodriguez. I trust them to do their absolute best with this show. So therefore, I'm very, very excited about it. And I get people's complaints. I get their problems with the first episode, but I am very, very excited about it. With all the other rumors coming about in the rumor mill, like Han Solo coming back, Harrison Ford coming back to play the role, I think that'd be absolutely phenomenal. All the other rumored characters like Luke, Grogu, Bo-Katan, all the other bounty hunter friends like Cad Bane, Bossk, Dengar, all of those characters have a very good chance of showing up in this series. So I'm very excited in that aspect, and I don't think we have to worry about the story picking up. I think it will. It may not pick up in the pace that we want it to in this episode, but I think by the end of episode 3, we are going to have the ball rolling, and I think we're going to have a fantastic second half of this show. But I am expecting a bit of a push in this episode, because I think they were expecting after the first episode to get a little bit of backlash just because it's not picking up as fast as a lot of the fans wanted. So I think that they are going to pick it up in this second episode. So therefore, I'm very, very excited. And then like all the other rumors, like Kira showing up, those assassins being from Crimson Dawn, I think that would be really, really cool to tie into Solo, and then tie those characters from Solo like Kira into the future and how we can incorporate them going forward in the story. Like in Ahsoka, I think Thrawn could have some doing in Crimson Dawn. I think that'd be really, really cool after the Empire falls. He could be running Crimson Dawn. I saw that theory somewhere on Reddit. I think that'd be really interesting. So there's so many possibilities for this show, and like I said, I don't think we have to worry too much about where this show is going. I think it's going in the right direction, so I'm very, very excited. But before we get started, I just want to say, if you guys are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, turning on post notifications, whatever you guys want to do to support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Memberships will be up on the channel very, very shortly. We'll have The Matrix Resurrections out as the first full-length movie you guys will be able to watch, as well as many more coming very, very soon. And then I will have Hawkeye, Cobra Kai, and the Book of Boba Fett out to you guys very, very shortly after that. So without further ado, I'm super excited. So let's go. Oh, they added Fennec and Boba into the intro. I didn't notice that. Did they have that last week?
Who sent you? What were your orders? Well, if he's not gonna speak, he no longer needs his head.
He is of the Order of the Night Wind.
Assassin for hire.
Night Wind.
They fear no man.
Fine. Perhaps he fears the Rancor.
I was sent by the mayor! The mayor sent me! Let me out!
There's nothing there, is there?
It's empty.
The Tribes of Tatooine. That's a great shot. That's a great aerial shot. It's crazy because, like, any one of those Trandoshans could be Bossk. I mean, they all look the same. So it's not like that's out of the possibilities, and it's not like Bosk only wears one set of clothes like we're used to, like from Empire Strikes Back, or like his jumpsuit from Clone Wars.
Apologies for the intrusion. Terribly sorry, Your Eminence.
Who is this who enters unannounced?
You know damn well who. Not know who I am, then why did you send this man to assassinate me?
I can assure you, the mayor had nothing.
He's a member of the Order of the Night Wind.
Damn.
Running a family is more complicated than bounty hunting. Go to Garza's sanctuary. You'll see what I speak of.
Mayor Moksha'i sent me here as though there's something I should know. Now you're sweating like a Gamton Mustafa.
You haven't heard. The twins have laid claim to their late cousin's bequest.
Twins are preoccupied with the debauchery of Hutta, to bother with any ambitions on Tatooine.
What?
This is Mos Espa, and I am Daimyo here.
No way! This is kind of crazy, dude. I'm liking this so far. They're definitely gonna need help taking down these huts, and if like they're working with the mayor and this Wookiee's involved, I know who that Wookiee is. They've been talking about that Wookiee in leaks forever. I don't know if he has a certain name. I know he's from either Legends or the comics, but I know of his backstory. Oh, so cool. He's training with him now. It's funny how they're just all sitting around watching. Crate track? Oh no, that's a train. What? I thought it was like a crate dragon, just like sliding upon the surface. Oh wow. Very reminiscent of Attack of the Clones. With Anakin holding his mom. Toshi Station. It is. Those two both in the deleted scenes. Great shot. Oh wow.
I will teach you how to ride. I will teach you. This is how we will stop the train. Okay, go. Stop.
these dudes. Oh, those are, Great. I can't remember the Syndicate's name. That's what I was trying to look up. But they're in Clone Wars. They're shown in Solo. They were on Kessel. The hell? Is that coaxium? Dude, some of these shots are just fantastic. Yikes. This is the first time we've seen their faces, huh?
A gift? Why? A lizard? Thank you. I will let it guide me.
Oh, cool. He's like in the Sarlacc. I love, dude, this is great. That whole sequence was great. Oh, so he actually left. I thought he just, like, that was all in his head. I figured he got the dark robes from them. Is this how they make the gaffy sticks? It's so cool to, like, get an insight of, like, the Tuskens culture and how they go about their daily lives and, like, just how simple stuff like this is made. Damn it, dude! I love it, dude. It's just, it's great. Like, I get why some people aren't into it, but I just love the aesthetic of everything. It's just so Star Wars. Like, it is so 1977 Star Wars in the sense that they are just building these characters upon, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just so good. I love everything they're doing with it. They're slowly vamping up the story. And I get that the present timeline where The Mandalorian Season 2 has ended and Boba is now daimyo of Tatooine or of Mos Espa, Mos Eisley, or whatever. But where he's the crime lord. I get that that story isn't moving fast at all. If they didn't do any of the flashbacks, we'd be at the core of that story right now. We would figure out who these Hutts are. I understand that they're cousins of Jabba, so they think that the land is theirs. I'm looking at the concept art right now, the dark-haired Wookiee. I think I know who that is. I've heard a lot of people talk about it over the last several weeks because he's been rumored to appear in the show. So I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. But I can't remember the name. I can't remember if he's from Legends or canon comics or books or anything like that. But I'm glad that they're including characters like this, some like a species that we would recognize, but build upon those characters. I can't remember if he's a bounty hunter or not, but I'm just loving the way that they're building this up. The world of Tatooine, the crime world. I think we're gonna get a good insight into that in the next few episodes. But these first 2 episodes really put us in the shoes of Boba Fett in the sense that he's bonding with these Tuskens, and I think it's really, really cool how they're trying to flip the switch on these Tuskens in the way that we see them as allies instead of these ferocious beasts that just live on Tatooine. I really like how they're doing that. It's just with them in general, we're seeing the more humane side, and I even said that in Mandalorian season 2. They're deliberately trying to make us really fall for the Tuskens in the sense that they are allies that we want to see our heroes go to in desperate times of need. And I think it's really, really working because I'm really liking what I'm seeing from them. I'm just really liking this story overall, and I think it's setting up the fact that Boba's going to go to these Tuskens towards the end of the series for help in some kind of battle that they're going to be needing help in. And some of the leaks suggest that there's going to be huge numbers of Mandalorians in this final fight, and we're hearing that this final fight is going to be huge. And with all the rumors of all the cameos and all the characters showing up, this is going to be the next 5 weeks are going to be insane. So I'm very curious to see where the story is going to branch off from here. Yet again, the flashbacks were great. I mean, I kind of forget that the Tusken thing is all flashbacks, but the thing where the lizard went in his nose and he started hallucinating, and they said that would guide him to his true self or whatever. We started getting flashbacks towards Camino again. That kid looked just like the actor that played him in Attack of the Clones, which is really creepy. But I love the inclusion of that. I liked how they kept going back to the Sarlacc pit and symbolizing the tree with the arms wrapping around him as like his past, and he was breaking free from his past because the past is obviously tormenting him through these dreams. But I think it was really, really cool how they captured all that. And the action in this episode was great. The train scene was great. Everything in the beginning was fantastic. I really liked what they were doing with them building up this assassin figure and who really hired him. Was it the mayor? Was it the Hutts? Was it somebody else? Was it the spice runners on the trains? We really don't know at this point, and that's what I love most about these shows. As much as I like knowing things ahead of time, I like not knowing things whenever it comes to these Star Wars shows and these Marvel shows. That's what I like most about them, is because spoilers are something that spoilers and leaks are not huge things whenever it comes to these shows. Like if you look at Spider-Man No Way Home, we knew that movie pretty much beat to beat before it came out, months before it came out, in fact. But with this, we really don't know anything. I mean, we just had rumored characters. Like the Wookiee was, the dark-haired Wookiee was rumored. But like I said, I don't know anything about him, so it was quite a surprise to see him. I didn't know those two Hutts were going to be involved. I didn't know they were Jabba's cousins. So overall, I'm really liking the way that they're heading with this show, and obviously, as you can tell by my reaction, I'm very, very pleased with this episode. I do think it was better than last week's episode, though. I really, really enjoy the first episode, and I get that a lot of people that didn't like the first episode are probably going to like this more than the first, but not be incredibly pleased with it just because it's not what they are expecting still. And like I said, the story is going to pick up, whether that's next week or the week after that. If we get to episode 5 or 6 and the story is still going based off of flashbacks, I think a lot of people are going to be unhappy. But for the start of this show, we still have 5 episodes left. So I think that they're going to do a lot. And like I said, with all these rumors, I don't think that this show can disappoint. And these are the same kind of rumors we had floating around before Mandalorian Season 2, with like the characters showing up. And those characters definitely helped to drive the plot forward. And I think that their storylines are going to intersect with Boba's storylines. Like, if Luke does show up, he could bring in some of his like the Jedi lineage storyline. That could be brought in a little bit. And then if they brought Din Djarin in, we know that they're trying to conquer Mandalore again, so that could be brought in a sense. And if Din Djarin helps him with this certain mission, maybe Boba Fett will help him with conquering Mandalore again, which I think would be really, really cool. And I feel like that's actually going to happen now that I say that. But overall, I'm really, really liking this show so far. I get that some people aren't going to like it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I sure as hell am enjoying it. So let me know what you guys thought down below. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, turning on post notifications. Whatever you guys want to do to support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Memberships will be up very, very soon. You guys will get full-length reactions to any TV shows and movies that I am doing. Just like this, Matrix Resurrections will be up very, very soon. That'll be the first movie you get full-length reactions to. So hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you all in the next one.